This is everything we ate at Sapporo.
Hello and greetings from Sapporo. Today we're taking you on a delicious food tour across Hokkaido's capital city. In this video, we'll be trying the iconic Sapporo ramen with miso, corn, and chunks of butter.
I am in love with this bowl of ramen.
We'll visit the Sapporo crab market for a fresh seafood breakfast.
It's got 4 kinds of crab in here.
We'll try the oldest brand of beer in Japan.
Cheers.
Cheers.
We'll introduce you to some delicious but not too sweet Japanese desserts.
Maybe the exterior is sweet potato and inside red bean.
Plus, we'll show you some of the street food available at Sapporo Autumn Fest.
Authentic, delicious Indian food.
So we invite you to subscribe and join us in the Sapporo food tour as we try some of the most famous foods in northern Japan.
Here we are entering Ramen Alley.
Yes. And look, these are the famous ramens of this area.
Oh, butter.
The butter, corn, ramen,
Oh, just corn.
the pure corn. Miso ramen with butter and corn.
Hokkaido butter ramen generally refers to miso ramen with a slice of butter melted in the soup. Hokkaido is very famous for its dairy products, especially butter, and it's also Japan's largest producer of corn. So combining these two ingredients is only natural.
Yes. A little big. Add extra.
With butter?
Yeah, extra butter. That's just extra. It already comes with it. Okay, add extra corn.
So we are in Ramen Alley here in Sapporo, and we chose a restaurant that had lots of pictures of ramen with corn,
Yes.
with the butter. Also, we had to order from a little machine when we came in.
That's right.
And I think I got a little confused, and I've ordered extra butter, extra egg, extra
Oh, I went extra too. I've ordered extra butter. I ordered extra, I can't even remember, 2 extra things. And so basically, the famous ramen in this region of Hokkaido comes with butter and corn. So we've never tried that before. We attempted to, and our order in haggled that day, but our order was messed up. So this will be our first time to try it. We're excited. We're in an izakaya style place, tiny little restaurant with booth seating. And yeah, we can't wait to see what it's all about.
Yes, that's why we're being extra quiet, because these little restaurants maybe seat 6 to 10 people max. Like, yeah, it's a tiny little room. So we're trying to not disturb too much, but we want to show you the experience.
There's 6 of us and we're about half full. So that gives you an idea of what's going on.
So the food is here. We did go a little overboard with a few things. In my case, I got double the eggs. So I've got 4 halves, 2 whole eggs. And what else did I get extra? Maybe I got extra bamboo shoots.
Yeah, show us the butter. I think it's right there.
Butter, oh yes.
Big slab. It's been melting for a bit.
You got double the butter.
Double butter. Just to show you guys. Look.
So now let's try those noodles.
Tasty.
So good. That broth is really good. It's kind of nutty. I don't know what I was expecting, but okay, so it does have some meat. I see some onion as well.
Everything you want in a ramen and more.
So good. Let's try the corn. That is delicious. I'm in love with the broth. I feel like it has a nuttiness. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it has sesame or what's going on, but it's delicious. A little bit spicy. Let me try an egg while I'm here.
Oh, you're at it. Everything amazing?
So
All
good.
things? So good. So good, huh?
I am in love with this bowl of ramen.
Considering how excited you were, I'm just as enthusiastic to try this. I haven't even put my butter down here, guys. I should be letting it melt on the corn, huh? Let me mix that in there.
And the pork looks so good.
That's what I'll try. So let's take it for a swim. Try the pork.
Oh, until you taste that broth. Oh.
The pork is so tender and fatty. Amazing. I knew right, that broth is good. I mean, I just got a little taste of it. Let's actually try it with a spoon. Oh yeah, that is rich and delicious broth.
Yes.
It's got a tang to it, huh? Some kick.
Good.
Some kick.
So
Wow.
we are just gonna feast. We're gonna have no trouble devouring
trouble
these
eating
giant
this.
bowls.
It was worth. I think it's worth getting those extra ingredients too, wasn't it?
Yes.
Wow, that was awesome, huh?
Oh yes.
Super satisfied. Very full. That was absolutely delicious. Getting the chance to try the Hokkaido version with the corn and the butter was amazing. I probably didn't need double butter, but man, it made it so rich, that corn and the broth. I would highly recommend this. This is an outstanding place to try it here in the city, right in this back alley.
Yeah, don't know the name, but it's the one with the bright yellow sign and the big pictures. All right, so price point for ramen in Ramen Alley here in Sapporo. We paid about 2,800 yen. That is only because we ordered a whole bunch of extra corn, extra butter, extra egg, who knows what else. We pressed a whole bunch of buttons. You can definitely get it for a lot less. I'd say about 1,000 to 1,300 yen per person is more average. But yeah, delicious food. The best ramen I think I've had so far here in Sapporo. We had amazing ramen in Noboribetsu as well. But yeah, really fun, would highly recommend.
Next, we visited the Sapporo Crab Market because another one of Hokkaido's must-try dishes is crab. The options here were endless, but we eventually settled on a restaurant inside the market and got a crab soup, a crab donburi, and sashimi.
Alrighty guys, so we found a restaurant. Now we are perusing the menu.
It's got a fantastic menu. There's all kinds of assorted seafood. You can get it fresh, you can get it raw, you can get it boiled, you can get it grilled, you can get it with soup and rice. Anything you want here.
Anything you want, just look at all the options. Look at these beautiful rice bowls filled with seafood to the brim.
Yep.
Oh, thank you. Wow. Alrighty guys, so here we are seated at a restaurant and we ordered a seafood feast. So I'm gonna show you what I got first. Right in front of me here, I have crab soup. As you know, crab is very, very famous here on the island of Hokkaido. So we got like a miso soup with some floating crab meat. That's one affordable way to sample crab. And then we got some sashimi, salmon sashimi. I love wasabi, so let's just add that in. Maybe even a little bit more. Why not?
So colorful from here.
There we go. Are we ready for this?
We're always ready. Good stuff.
So good. So fresh. I'm gonna take the bowl of rice, add a bit of this sauce right here. I imagine this is going to be salty. So let's see what kind of surprise this is.
What's that?
It tastes seafoody. Seaweedy?
Seaweedy.
Kind of sweet.
Sweet. How about that soup?
Then the soup, I'm trying to figure out if there's any meat I can dig out.
Do you have a spoon for
Or
it?
I don't. Maybe the meat's already floating. I'm gonna go like this. Very, very nice. It's a miso soup, and I'm curious, what do I do with this when you've never eaten crab before and you're like, what is protocol?
Brie, try to squeeze a bit out, huh? We don't have scissors, so it's the best we can do.
No, you do get some chunky flakes. There we
Nice. So overall tasty.
go. Overall tasty. I'm happy with what I've got in front of me.
Well, I'm going to show you the star of the show.
Okay, now you got the crab bowl.
I sure did, and it's not just any kind of crab bowl. It's got 4 kinds of crab in here.
Ooh la la.
Let me read them to you. We have king crab, we have snow crab, we have hair crab, and we have blue king crab. And friends, I am not a crab expert, so I don't know which is which. We're just gonna try all 4 of them, and then I'm gonna tell you which one is my favorite amongst them. Okay?
Nice.
Does that sound like a good idea?
Yeah.
Alrighty. So
good.
the one in front of us here. So tender, so
Stuff.
soft. I love the texture of crab.
Yeah.
Let's try the other one.
They're all like different colors.
Sure are.
It looks like a very stringy meat.
This one is saltier.
Saltier.
It actually has a bit more of the, not the taste, but the consistency of a tuna, like a canned tuna. Let's try this one here. That's got a stronger flavor.
Okay.
I like that one the most so far. And finally, the one that looks a little whiter.
Yeah, that one's very light in color.
That one's really good too. I'm gonna go with this one here. That's my favorite crab.
The third one you tried.
Third one I tried.
Okay, so this one here, he says is good.
That's the winner. They're all good, but for me, that's my personal favorite.
Nice. And then you have some miso soup to
I
accompany
sure do. I'm gonna try a bit of that.
the crab.
Nothing like miso. That's something that I want to start having when we're back home in Canada too. I want to get some miso paste and start making our own miso soup at home. I like it that much.
All right.
It's so
We'll
good.
put you in charge of the kitchen.
Okay.
Well, we just had a wonderful feast of a meal.
Yeah, that was amazing, guys.
We're gonna show you the plates.
What a breakfast feast. We're not used to eating that much food for breakfast.
Yeah, look at that.
But we're not complaining, that's for sure. So in terms of price point, it came to just over 3,000 yen. So very reasonable for two people. So much variety. We each got soup, we each had rice, tons of seafood, lots of side dishes. The thing that I would say is if you're gonna come here, come on an empty stomach because you're gonna need the room to eat all this.
Another attraction we couldn't miss is the Sapporo Beer Museum. And yes, you can drink Sapporo beer during your visit. Hokkaido is considered the birthplace of beer in Japan, with Sapporo beer being the oldest brand of beer in the country, dating back to 1877. We first toured the museum, and then it was time to sip some brews. And I also ordered an unfortunate glass of corn tea, but more on that later. And because this is Japan, we ordered everything through a ticketing machine.
And that. Yes. Okay. So now when it's got rice.
The tasting set.
The beer
We got the
tasting.
tea. We got snacks and the cheese.
Okay, so we decided to do a beer tasting here at the Sapporo Beer Museum.
On a hot and humid day, being inside here, which is air conditioned, and drinking beer, it doesn't get better. So
Yeah.
I'm very happy.
So you have 3 beers
Yeah.
to choose
So I'm
from.
gonna start with the black label. I don't want to miss a word. They have great descriptions, so I'm going to tell you what it is. It's Sapporo's best-selling product since its release in 1977. Perfect balance of barley flavor and crisp aftertaste. Long-lasting and refreshing drinkability from the first sip to the last.
Oh
That sounds
my.
pretty good.
Okay, let's see. Cheers.
Cheers.
He's chugging it.
I'm thirsty. Let me tell you, that's a good beer. Let me tell you, that's a good beer. Okay, next we have the Classic. Sapporo Classic is made from 100% malt and has the original beer taste. The chemistry is right for the ingredients grown in the rich nature of Hokkaido. Enjoy the smooth drinkability. Yeah, that's way lighter.
Yeah?
I think you might like that one, yeah.
I might like that one.
Yeah.
Okay. And
Okay.
last but not least, this is beer number 3. What's it called?
I think it's called Kaitakushi beer. Kaitakushi beer is made from the original recipe of the Kaitakushi brewery. That's fascinating. It is brewed using only malt, hops, yeast, and pure water. The hops and barley for this local beer are grown in Hokkaido. It has a rich and mild taste. Okay.
Let's see how you like that one.
I have to say, out of the 3, I'm going with the black label.
Black label, so they're best selling.
Their
Best-selling beer.
best-selling one is the best.
Okay.
In my opinion.
That makes sense.
In my opinion.
Okay, so this might look like beer over here, but I actually ordered corn tea. Corn is very famous here in Hokkaido. You can get it in ramen, in desserts, in pudding, with milk. No, in tea form. All things corn.
It's corny. Refreshing.
It smells like corn. Okay, it smells like the water you boil the corn in.
Oh,
Yes.
nice.
So I wouldn't say it's my favorite.
No?
But okay. Aside from that, we also got some milk. We got some cheese
Yeah.
and some snacks. Wow.
Okay.
That really is like corn water. I'm
Yeah.
just, ooh.
Not your favorite.
Oh man.
Well, maybe you'll like the beers.
Yeah, I will try some of the beers. I'm gonna have a little snack. This is what it looks like. Some peanuts.
They look glistening from here.
They look like mini
They look
bananas.
like they're glistening. How are those?
I'll go for the classic Black Label. We said. No, this
Yeah.
is Black Label.
You might like the second one, lighter.
Lighter.
Yeah. Try
I'm
that.
gonna sip all three while I'm at it.
Okay, why not?
Okay. I do like the classic, and
Kaitakushi, I think it's called.
they're all quite similar. To me, a non-beer drinker. Ask me about wine, guys. Don't ask me about beer.
They're just tired. I'm tired from the heat.
You know what? They're all refreshing.
So refreshing.
If you need to cool down and have a beer, come to the tasting room.
There you go.
Maybe Sam can give us his thoughts on tea.
I don't like that one either. It's so strange because normally there aren't too many things that I don't love. It's not like it's bad. It's just I think I would prefer just straight water. Yeah.
Yeah, water or beer over corn tea.
Yeah. Sorry guys. I wanted to like it, but we did. So apparently we found the street food section in the Oldbury Park.
Yes.
So I mean, you can get anything here. I'm noticing that there's hot food. I'm noticing lots of desserts. There was strawberry and mochi skewers.
Lots of corn,
Yeah,
beer.
there's corn. There's that local famous pudding. Whatever you feel like, they've got it here at this park.
We just so happened to be visiting during Sapporo Autumn Fest. This is an outdoor food festival that takes place in Odori Park during the month of September. The event is all about celebrating the autumn harvest and showcasing foods from Hokkaido featuring local and seasonal ingredients. Plus, you can also find some international dishes as well. Our plan of action was to first go for a little wander and see what street food was available, and then we picked a few different places to try.
Alrighty guys, so we are currently at Sapporo Autumn Fest. We didn't plan it this way, but we just so happened to be in town while there's a huge food festival taking place here in the park. And I mean, there's just so many different food stands to choose from. You can eat and drink your way around the world here. So that's what we've decided to do for today's lunch. And we're gonna give you a little tour. We ordered 3 different dishes from our first stop, and they look quite delicious, so that's coming up.
This is so exciting. We had no plans to do this. And so we're starting off with all kinds of tempura. If you take a look down here, this is the cheese one.
Yes, mozzarella.
Mozzarella, you can see the cheese oozing out. This is the one I'm most excited about. The hopak, the pumpkin one. And then this is called inmochi, I believe, right?
I forget. It's some kind of mochi from Hokkaido. I read the name and it already slipped out of my mind.
Let's try the one I know the least about.
I'm curious to see if it's savory or sweet. I'm guessing sweet.
It's both.
Oh,
It's sweet and savory.
okay.
Oh, that's really nice. Such a soft, smooth consistency. I really like that.
Look at that.
Tasty. Next up, pumpkin tempura with ketchup.
Ketchup.
Because why not? Oh yeah, hot. Sorry guys, I took a bit of a bite. That's my favorite so far. You cannot go wrong with pumpkin. There's certain vegetables that don't taste that good on their own, but in tempura form, they're delicious. But pumpkin is tasty on its own and even better in tempura form. And last but not least, we have the cheese. And let's see if that stretches out, friends. Look at that.
Wow.
Well, we got a gazillion calories, but it's so good. And I think that's what the ketchup's actually there for.
Nice. Well, bon appetit. Sam just arrived with Indian food.
I'm showing you guys the international flavors they have at this autumn festival. And guys, they made this naan from scratch right in front of my eyes. Cheese naan. Everything from the kneading to the putting the cheese in the middle to the putting in the authentic tandoor oven. This is the real deal, my friends. And this restaurant has been around since 1982. It is called, sorry for not, Taj Mahal. How could I know?
Taj Mahal. How could he forget?
Oh, that's bad.
Look at that.
But over 40 years in business. These guys clearly know what they're doing. That naan looks amazing. I can't wait to share it with you.
Oh, steamy.
It's too hot to handle, my
Too
friends.
hot to
Look
handle.
at all the cheese, the copious amount of cheese in there.
But he just can't resist. He's going to burn himself. to
Taking
eat
it in
that
first
butter
win
chicken.
here. Look at this. Oh my gosh. Authentic, delicious Indian food. Rich curry. I mean, there's nothing like a butter chicken, is there? That's the top of the curries, my friends.
We're so lucky to have stumbled upon this.
I know, this is so amazing. We had no plans to come here. In fact, we were gonna go get ramen. Not even in this area. We came here, and this is awesome. I think we're still gonna get dessert too.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
the plan.
So,
Oh, ho, ho.
yeah.
Okay, moving on to dessert. I got the mochi. It's stuffed with red bean paste and strawberries. Fresh fruit. Haven't had that in a while. Since arriving in Japan, to be precise. And there's that mochi with red bean paste.
Next up, we're going to show you some Japanese desserts. We came across this cute little tea house while we were visiting the Hokkaido Jingu Shrine Complex, and we just couldn't resist going in. We also tried their signature Fukure Mochi, which is what everyone else seemed to be ordering.
We found a tea house that has snacks and tea. And yes, we are going to partake in both.
Let's go in. Why don't we get one of those?
One.
Yeah.
It's a lost article.
Lost article of
I don't know cooking. You want to try that too?
Yeah.
We can assemble a kit.
This is walnut and raisin,
Donut? Oh yes. Yes.
and one more.
Hokkaido and potato. Oh, these are the waffle and potato.
This is turning into a piggy dessert. So we are currently at the Hokkaido Jingu Shrine, and we came across the Jingu tea rooms. So of course we couldn't resist going in there, having a little look-see, and it turns out they sell tea and coffee. We ordered some iced green tea and also a whole bunch of little treats to accompany the tea. Now, some of these treats have very strange names that don't really tell you a whole lot about what's in the treat, and others are just nameless. So we're gonna show you and just have a little afternoon tea here in the park, surrounded by cedar trees in the forest. So that's the plan this afternoon. So with Sam, we decided we'll do 3 and 3 treats each. I'm gonna start with the tea first. Cheers.
Ah,
Nice green tea, nice and refreshing. And we've got our little stroopwafel, I'm gonna call it.
oh, looks got some paste inside there.
If you were gonna do this the right way, you would order a hot drink, put this over the cup, and let it melt with the heat. Although this cookie is a little too small for the cup, so it would actually fall in. But that's the idea, that's the premise.
That's a nice looking one.
Nice little cookie there.
Looks like a leaf.
It does.
A little crunchy.
I like it. Nice and sweet, but very light. Mild in terms of the sweetness.
Last but not least,
This, did it say anything, the packaging? Is
That
this
was-
a potato and potato?
that's the potato one. It must be filled with potato. Oh,
bean
look.
paste. I think maybe the exterior is sweet potato and inside red bean.
That's right. I have a favorite
Nice.
amongst
Well,
the three.
you know, they're all very nice. What I like about Japanese desserts is that it's not like a sugary sweetness. It's not like overpowering, like it makes your teeth hurt, it gives you a headache. It's just subtle. You can appreciate it.
They're not 1,000 calorie slabs of cake or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can nibble and enjoy them all. Okay,
Exactly.
Time for mine.
So, goldfish memory over here. I just ordered this and the name is already slipping my mind. I think it was something like Fukuru Mochi or Furu.
I'm gonna open it in half. Take a look at that. It looks like
Okay.
there could be some red bean paste, and
Yeah.
it was prepared in a machine, like a kind of like a waffle machine.
So did she take those white mochi that were on the counter and that's what she put in that little press?
I like it so much. It has such a, like you said, a subtle sweetness to it.
Looks like it could be a red bean paste
Yeah.
filling.
Crunchy on the exterior, soft and chewy in the middle. Very nice contrast of taste. It's very chewy.
Yeah, it would be glutinous rice that's just been pressed.
Delicious. Okay, let's try this one. Looks like there's walnuts on the exterior.
Yeah, I think that log there is the lost article of the forest. It's like a fallen log.
Yep. Again, you have a paste in the middle. This one could be taro. Looks like there's
Walnuts?
Yeah, walnuts. Very soft exterior. Ooh, that's my favorite one.
The
Delicious.
lost article of the forest is special.
That's special. Worth finding it. And last but not least, we have something that reminds me of the King Kong in Peru. It's like cookie on the outside, and it's got sweet and nuts in the middle. Look at that.
Looks very nutty. That one I think also has raisins, if I remember in the packaging correctly.
Tastes like a buttered tart. That's the best one. All of these are so tasty. This is a real find, and now that we've like sampled them all, I recommend you do the same. They're all very good.
And that's a wrap for a food tour across Sapporo. If you enjoyed this video, we invite you to give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and join us as we bring you more videos from Japan. See you next time!